fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to unbox a kit. I haven't decided if this is going to be a stay or go type video, or if this is just me opening some of my kits and deciding, well, I guess that makes it a stay or go, doesn't it? So I've had a look through what's left of my collection, and I'm trying to decide what I want to keep, if there's anything that's kind of a maybe for me, and the ones that are maybes, what am I going to do with them? So I have, I think, 4 that are for sure maybes. So I thought I would open this one and see what I think of it once I get it open. Because sometimes, like with my autumn sun, I'm kind of like, and then I open it and I'm like, no, actually. So yeah, I guess it is a stay or go. What does that make this? Number 14, 15, something like that. Anyway, let me get everything out of the box and we'll talk about the kit. As you can see, this is an older kit by the Toolkit. There are lots of drills. This is kind of a big one. So we've got our instructions, which I don't need. We've got our stickers, which we'll look at in a minute. We've got our drills. It is a square kit, you can see. So it is an older, newer kit, if that makes sense. So we've got their glitter tray with the stopper. We've got a bag of baggies. We've got an orange pen, glitter pen with an orange scrunchie to match. And then we have multi-placers. We have a 4 and a 7. We have our heart wax. We have our branded tweezers. And then we have a little cute little bear cover minder. And we have some cute kind of foil with stars washi tape. They don't include the cover minder or the washi tape anymore. A lot of the cover minders, the magnet was getting broken, so they don't include those a lot anymore. They don't include the washi tape anymore. I don't know why they can't include the washi tape. I would think that would be enough. But anyway, all right, let me get this put away and we'll look at the stickers. So what kit am I not sure about? It is, let me put it this way. It's called Sunken Ship from Diamond Art Club. Now this is one of the last 2 kits I have from their very first mystery box. I've either done or given away all the other ones except for one, which was an actual mystery kit. So at some point I'll get to that. But this was one that I thought maybe I would want to keep. But after looking at it, I've done several underwater scenes and I just don't know if I'm interested in doing another one. It is cute, it is colorful. I just don't know if I love it enough to do a kit that is 93 by 70 for this. I do think it's an interesting, there's lots of different colors. You've got like these kind of neon yellow fish. You've got all the coral, there's kelp and seaweed. You've got dolphins and a sea turtle. There's an octopus down here, the little treasure chest. You've got all the sails and a boat, like a galleon boat ship over here. There's a shark. So it looks like something that I would normally be drawn to because it's going to be confetti in many places. I think it'll have some nice multi-placing up here in the blue of the water and over here on the sides. But I'm just not in love with the photo or the image. It's not a photo. I'm not in love with the image. So we get 67 colors, which is actually quite a lot. And it looks like it comes with 4 ABs, which isn't a ton. But again, this is an older Diamond Art Club. So I'm sure I could add in more ABs or fairy dust or something like that. But this just, it doesn't grab me. And I've been talking a lot this year about how I want to be doing the kits that I'm like, oh, I'm so excited that I get to work on this one. I just don't know if this is it for me. I'm sure you guys have lots of thoughts already, so if you need to pause the video and leave me a comment, feel free to do that. But I'm just not sure. Again, underwater is not really my thing anyway, and I've already done a couple of underwater scenes. So it feels a bit to me like just a repeat of a kit I've already done, if that makes sense. And the 2 that I did, I didn't enjoy enough to want to do it again. So far, all right. Let me grab the canvas and we'll look at it. So of course, this is going to be way too big for me to fit everything on the camera. It is, what I say, 93 by 70. So let's measure and see if it really is 93 by 70. I'm getting 92.4 across. It is 70 the other way though. So 93 by 70, close. So it's pretty big, and it looks like I'm right. Like there's some nice multi-placing right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. We've got the two dolphins, lots and lots of fish. Does look like there's quite a bit of confetti in the sails and pretty much everywhere else, especially as you get towards the bottom, it's a lot of confetti. And not that I mind confetti. Again, I think it's just that this particular kit doesn't grab me necessarily. I'm not a big water person in the first place. So, I mean, like mermaids and things, but those are more like portraits than underwater scenes. This is going to be a lot of blue. And I actually don't think I'm going to do the drill train just because I know this is such a huge kit. I'll never be able to get the drills back in there. But I can see there's a yellow AB, there is a red AB, there's a turquoise or kind of a sky blue AB, and looks like there's 2 bags of that. And then there's like kind of a brown one over here, kind of buried in there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, right there. It's kind of a brown one. So where do they go? Okay, so the brown one is on the galleon over here. A lot of these little windows, pieces of windows have some of that. And then the blue is a lot of the ocean color up here where that kind of the light is coming down through the water. So little sparkles here and there all through the water up there, and some down here on the shark. And I think that's it for the blue. And then the red is over here in this big red piece of coral off to the side. None in the octopus. Some down on some coral and the starfish at the bottom. And then the yellow AB is in a lot of these fish. So all of these like kind of neon fish that I was talking about, as well as all the little fish up here. You can see I'll have some of the ABs there as well. Lots of different blues, obviously, for an underwater kit, but that does look like there's a nice selection of other colors. There's like a lime green, I see pink, red, browns, some grays, some dark purples. There's like a kind of an orangey flesh color in there. I turn it this way, we can see more of them. So you can see all the blues. There's like a magenta right there. There's the yellow AB. It's kind of a mustard yellow there. So lots and lots of different colors. So that's nice. And there are, what did I say, 67 colors? And I know definitely that I could pick some, like I said, ABs and fairy dust out to add in. I just don't know if I want to. I mean, after looking at this, like I said, there's several of these where once I open them up and I look at the canvas, I go, oh, or I'm suddenly drawn to, okay, I really like this piece of it. I really like that piece of it. This one, I'm more, I think, inclined to let it go because I'm just not feeling it, you guys. Like I said, underwater is not really my thing. It's very busy, which is my thing, but having done a couple of underwater scenes already involving fish and sea turtles and things like that, and having just done a spangler that had a treasure chest and all of that, and the size is the other big negative for me. So I guess those are the 2 biggest negatives for me. That is the size of it, and I just am not in love with this image, which again, this came in a mystery box. So this isn't anything I would have purchased ever for myself, probably. I think I just hung on to it for so long because it was one of my bigger ones. And honestly, it's probably kind of been buried in my shelves. I think when we moved, I looked at it and went, well, this is a nice big one. And if I can't afford to buy new ones because everybody was saying how expensive it was going to be, not that they were wrong, but I just don't think this is something I want to invest as much time in as it's going to take to finish, if that makes sense. So you guys leave me your thoughts down below and let me know. I mean, there's a lot of things that do appeal, like I said. The fact that it is large, that I already owned it, and that it is like all those little pieces that I could finish. Let me work on the dolphins, let me work on the turtle, let me work on the treasure chest, that sort of thing. That appeals. But I have other ones that I want to get to much, much more. Possibly I would be more inclined to hang on to it if I had paid full price, but because this came in a mystery box, it didn't cost me near what it would to replace it, which might be a pro for some people, but for me, this has been hanging around since Diamond Art Club released their first mystery box, whenever that was. This isn't one of my oldest kits, but it's probably pretty close to that. Yeah, I think I just have other things I would rather do. And I think it would make me feel good to donate this on to somebody because unlike the Heaven and Earth that I was kitting up, this is a complete kit. It's got stickers, it's got everything that goes with it. So you've got all the tools that you would need to complete it. Everything is there. And if it was someone who can't afford diamond paintings, this is a very nice large one, would give them hours and hours of enjoyment, hopefully, out of it. I toyed with the idea of taking the ones that I'm probably not going to do, like this one, and just selling them on like eBay or something. But with shipping the way it is, honestly, I figured it would go to someone in the States, and I don't want it to send to someone and then somebody gets stuck with a bunch of import fees that I don't understand. Yeah, it feels better just to donate it, I think, for me. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I think this is the first time in one of my stay or go videos that I've kind of have decided during the video actually what I'm going to do with it. So I guess I'll let you guys leave comments to try and convince me to keep it. Why should I keep it? Given all of the things that I just told you. If you have a really great case for why I should keep it, if somebody has completed it and you just absolutely enjoyed it, let me know. If you think I'm crazy for donating it, you can tell me that too. If you think that I should donate it, always interested to hear everybody's opinions as always. I'm still going to decide what I want to do, but I do take your opinions into account because you guys often have way more experience with some of these things than I do. And I'm pretty sure at least one of you out there has probably completed this one or seen it completed. That's another thing with me. Like, I don't go out and look up to see what these look like finished because to me, it's not necessarily about the finished product. A lot of it for me personally is about the process of doing it. Yes, the finished product is nice and I like showing it off once I finish it and everything, but I don't know. I guess I like it to be more of a surprise to me when I finish it, what it's going to look like. I mean, in theory, I know what it's going to look like. I've seen the image that it comes from and I've seen it rendered on the website where I purchased it. But anyway, all right. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.